My friends, I felt called to come on and do a love reading. The energy feels quite heavy, and I'm wondering if that's you or the person you're connected to. So I just kind of wanted to do, like, what is the truth of this situation? And like I said, I'm not sure if it's you that I'm picking up on or your person. So I just wanted to take a look at your energy or what's surrounding you right now and see what is the truth of this situation. Maybe I just caught you on an off day, like maybe you're having a bad day or maybe your person's having a bad day, but it feels quite heavy. So I have a deck here called The Truth Is, so we're going to look at that in a minute. But first I wanted to use this deck. I don't know if I've used this deck very much, maybe just once before, and I felt really called to it today. So you'll know if you're resonating with this, like if you'll know once I get into this deck if this is your reading. And just a reminder, I just got an affirmation. I am deserving a life that honors my well-being. So again, maybe you're not feeling that great today. And just keep in mind that I do channel many different collectives, so you'll know if this is yours. But we're just gonna peek into your energy first and see what this is that I'm feeling. I hope you're doing okay. So what is the truth of this situation is what I'm hearing. So I just heard Baba Jolie in my head, so you could watch Baba Jolie. I just heard let us begin. So let us begin. All right, show me the viewer. Show me the viewer. Show me the viewer. So we have still refinement, taste, culture, style, fine-tune, concentrate, develops over time, purify, filter, draw out, infusion, spirits, alcohol, reduction, cultivation. So still, you could be feeling like things are quite still right now, developing over time. So it could have been a while since you've heard from this person. Let's get a few more. Again, I may be picking up on your person's energy. Let's have a look. We have kerosene, aggressive, accelerate, ignite, determined, fuel, encourage. So maybe you need some encouragement. Sustain, powerful, volatile situation, provoke, watch out, unpredictable. So it feels like this is an unpredictable situation. And do you know what? When I was, meditating on the energy, I was actually seeing the moon card in the Light Seers Tarot, where the divine feminine is underwater and there's two wolves on the surface. And it reminded me of, I recently read in a book to my soul tribe, it was an old Cherokee folktale about two wolves and how we all have two wolves inside of us. And the one we feed is the one that becomes the most powerful. One of them is, evil. Anyway, one of them is shadow and is shadowy and can be quite negative. And the other one is light and can be quite positive and is linked to our intuition. So today, maybe you're feeding the dark wolf is what I'm hearing. We have shield, defensive, protect, support, safeguard, block, guardian, stand up for, heroic, stronghold, security, ward off unwanted energies, be on guard, withstand. So it does feel like maybe you're feeling quite guarded right now about this unpredictable situation, and it's very still. And again, that develops over time. Maybe nothing has developed for you. And we have heart and home, security, love, kindness, family, belonging, bliss, contentment, comfort, established, fulfilled, legacy, boundaries, affection, peace, heart's desire, longevity. It's like back and forth, these cards. It's very back and forth here. So you could be working on your stability. There's something about boundaries here as well. Maybe you put up boundaries with this person and it's been a while since you've heard from them. Again, I could be picking up on I could be picking up on your person's energy. No, we have labyrinth. Lost, delayed, complex, going inward, spiritual quest, deliberation, long way home, problem to solve, catch-22, a situation to sort out. This feels very complicated and unpredictable and uncertain. We have olive branch, truce, surrender, giving in, come to terms, suspend, lull, de-escalate, make amends, peace offering, winding down, halt, reprieve, ceasefire, treaty, agree to disagree. So you could have even extended an olive branch to this person. You could have extended an olive branch to this person and maybe they didn't reply or they didn't take your olive branch is what I'm hearing. And it could be getting you feeling very down right now. Let's just keep looking at this. The energy is very, like I'm hearing 50-50. So we have cross, I protect my mental space, affirmation, sacrifice, down for the cause, release, letting go, giving up, surrender, puts others first. So you could have, this could have been someone that you put first and maybe you extended an olive branch and they didn't respond to you. Dogma, heroic effort, purpose-driven, martyrdom, heed the call. Again, I'm very 50-50 about what's happening here. Let's get a few more. We have repairman, repair, fine-tune, heal, fix, many working parts, reset, proceed carefully, needs fixing, make adjustments, make things right, mend, restore, upgraded. And we have handcuffs, control, defenseless, target, held back, suppress, need to break free, detained by external forces. So again, it feels like this is a situation that you would like to stabilize. You would like to move forward with this, but it feels like it's out of your control right now. And again, it feels like you could have extended an olive branch to this person and maybe they didn't reply and maybe it's got you feeling very down. We have yarn, hassles, problems, interconnected, complicated, patience needed, future gains, work it out, many working components, out of control. So again, it feels like it's a situation that's out of your control. Little black and white doggy, which is interesting because I was seeing that moon card. It just seems like there's external forces affecting this and it really is out of your control. And, maybe you wanted to control it. 3 more. We have map, unknown destination. That's what this feels like. Like you have no idea where this is going. New territory, lay of the land, plan, prepare, chart a course, read the signs, figure it out. Map. And we have fairy tale, believe the impossible, daydreams, romantic ending, universal archetypes, hopeful, magic, unicorns and rainbows, happily ever after. So it feels like you're trying to believe in the impossible, but it almost feels like you're stuck in the labyrinth right now, if that makes sense. So you're trying to keep hope alive, but there's something about that olive branch that's really calling out to me that, again, you could have tried to extend an olive branch to this person and they could have just not taken it. So it could have you questioning things right now. This energy is very 50-50. Like some of these cards are hopeful and you're trying to trust, but then the other cards are the unpredictability is getting to you, the uncertainty, the delays are getting to you. just going to get a few more, and then I'm going to switch decks to see how you're feeling. All right, something could have happened in the winter here. We have humiliation. You could be feeling humiliated by this, especially if you extended an olive branch. Shut down. Caught, public ridicule, mockery, nowhere to run, serving time, vulnerable. That's exactly what I mean. It's like you extended an olive branch. Even if you didn't extend an olive branch, you could, again, this energy is very 50-50, and I could have just caught you on a bad day. But if you did extend an olive branch, what I'm seeing is that this person didn't reply or shut you down, and it could have you questioning this love. And we have that believe in the impossible. We have worry beads. Worry, fear, anxiety, irritated, calming, soothing, bored, passing time, upset, unease, needs care, fretful, repetitive motion, de-escalate, nervous tick. So clearly you're, feeling the worry and anxiety today if this is your reading. And that's why I wanted to do what is the truth of this situation. All right, so I actually want to get you an animal card to see how you're doing. You could have a purple bracelet, amethyst bracelet. So let's see how you're doing today. I'm curious to see the person you're connected to, because you could be picking up on their energy. You could definitely be picking up on their energy. We have the bat. We have the bat. Darkness, letting go, death leading to rebirth. When out of balance, reminisces, can't let go. It could be very heavy in your feelings today, is what I'm hearing. So let's just get a card for you. Show me their current energy, please, Spirit. Show me their current energy. The dolphin is on the bottom. The otter is in reverse. The tiger is in reverse. So both came out in reverse. So I'm going to look at the shadow attributes of these cards. The tiger is connected to the divine feminine. And like I said, we have the dolphin on the bottom, but the dolphin, I'm going to look at the reversal of the dolphin. And if this isn't how you're feeling, then it just means it's not your reading, and that's okay. Oh, the otter in reverse, went out of balance, gloomy, sighs. And in the upright, it's like unobstructed joy, playfulness, contentment. Imagine yourself with a little more otter energy. What would life look like? What would it take to bring you there? The otter card begs these questions and wants to transport us to that precious place as soon as possible. The celebration awaits. If I'm hearing something, and I'm hearing something about there could be an olive branch coming to you. And sometimes right before we get what we've wanted, we can start to feel very hopeless and start to worry. The celebration awaits. Anyway, the otter in reverse, like I said, gloomy, sighs, makes excuses. Not that I'm saying you're making excuses. Please don't misunderstand me. And the tiger in reverse, overstimulated. So you could be feeling like all of this could be really getting to you today. You could be feeling overstimulated. This does talk about feminine energy. And then the dolphin in reverse. You could be wanting to spend a lot of time in bed, or you could be sleeping a lot right now, I'm hearing. Where is that little dolphin? Your little dolphin energy could be hiding because I can't find this. Where are you, little dolphin? There you are. When out of balance, underestimates own power. All right. And let's just see your energy. Let's see your energy. We have silence on the bottom, so clearly it's very silent between you and your person right now. And we have one day, someday, somewhere, another time. So clearly you still hope for a future with this person. Let's see how you're feeling. How are you feeling? How are you feeling? Well, we have divine feminine, so you could feel like you're a divine feminine. There it is, hopeless. Hopeless. So you could be a divine feminine or resonate with being a divine feminine because you did have the tiger. And I was seeing the moon card. But today you could be giving to that dark wolf is what I'm hearing. You could be feeding the negative wolf and feeling quite negative and hopeless, sinking, despair, falling apart. We also have healing, which is really good. There's like this 50-50 energy to you is what I'm picking up on. The letter H could be symbolic. I just feel I'm getting that energy. You feel like that collective that like 4 or 5 days out of the week, you're all right. And then the other 2 days, you have that bat energy in reverse, reminiscing, can't let go, holding on to the past. All those other energies we saw, feeling worn out, feeling gloomy. And like I said, keep in mind, you could be picking up on your person's energy. We have soulmates. So you feel like this is a soulmate, a soul connection. You could even, resonate with twin flames. Show me how this person is feeling. You, my viewer, how are you feeling? Chasing. So, like I said, you could have extended an olive branch, and maybe this person didn't, respond the way you wanted them to. And, I've had a few comments about how I'm always talking about chasing energy. I have to talk about it if those cards come out, and they come out in most of my readings. And I'm not going to pretend that these cards aren't here. So you do have chasing here. So you could still be struggling with a bit of chaser energy. And that's a common energy to be in or to need to heal out on. If you are if you are a counterpart on this journey, it's usually the person who takes on the divine feminine role, who has that chasing, how can I put that chasing tendency. And like I said, I only mention it if the cards come out that associate, or how can I say that? There's certain tarot cards that talk about chasing. And in these decks I use, there's chaser cards. So again, it came out. And we have hoping. So again, remember that card. You're still hopeful that something can happen here. But I feel like every now and again, that hopelessness and that urge to chase is activated. And you could feel like, if I just send one more message, if I just say the right thing, if I just try one more time, if I just reach out to them, maybe I can change their mind. And we have stress. We have abandoned. So again, if you extended an olive branch, you could be feeling very abandoned right now. Even if you didn't extend that olive branch, this could be bubbling up inside you as you work through it and heal it. And we have only you. So clearly you feel like this person is your person. Also, I have to mention there's a full moon. There's a full moon coming on the 12th or 13th, depending on where you are in the world. And the energy around the full moon, like you could be someone, I was seeing the moon card, so you could be someone who's very affected by moon energy. I know I am. And my suggestion for you is this full moon to journal about what you want to release. Like if you want to release this heavy energy, if you want to release that chaser energy, if you want to release that hopelessness, write down what you want to release. And you can look up, like if you want to work with the moon and do moon rituals, you can look that up. But I haven't done it in a while, but I used to release things with the full moon. I would write them down. And then I would find out when the moon was at its fullest at night, and I would go sit underneath the moon, and I would safely, of course, I would burn my release letter. I would burn it. And I would, after it was done burning, while it was burning and after it was done burning, I would watch like the ashes and the smoke kind of go up towards the moonlight, and I would imagine releasing all of those energies. So again, if your energy is feeling heavy right now, just keep in mind that the moon does have an effect on that. And just be extra kind to yourself right now. Extra kind to yourself and nice to yourself. Self-care, have a nap, have a bath. Be gentle with yourself. All right. I want to get these truth cards and see what is the truth of this situation. But you know what? I'm going to get one more card for you. Maybe two. I just want to, yes. Oh my gosh, that is insane. So this is the card I was seeing in my head when I thought, I'm just going to get one more card and I'm going to grab that deck. This is the exact card that I saw. That's the exact card I just cut open to. And that's blocked intuition. You can see that there's a metal helmet over this person's head and they're having a really hard time tapping into their intuition. That's the exact card that I saw when I grabbed this deck in my head. Interesting. All right. Yeah, we have Four of Pentacles, so you could be feeling very insecure right now. All right, so let's get you one card. One card. Well, two wanted to come out. So we have Healing Begins, which is Six of Swords energy. But Six of Swords energy, I'm almost feeling like right now you're feeling Six of Swords in reverse. And we have Darkest Fears. Oh my goodness, my friend. And look at the moon. Look at the moon. Look at the moon cycles around this person's head. I'm telling you, be gentle with yourself. I feel like the moon is really affecting you right now. I feel like that full moon, it's called a pink moon. The song Pink Moon by Nick Drake may be symbolic, but I just want to hug you. I just want to hug you. If you allow hugs. And you know what? I didn't mention it. I should have mentioned it. In these cards, I grabbed Woe. So when I went to pick up your cards, this one came with it, and it says changing. At this time, the situation is in a state of flux. So again, you could be like going back and forth between believing in it and doubting it. But I just wanted to mention, I saw, and I'm going to read it out, 6-9, 6-9, 6-9, 6-9. I saw 6-9. There were 4 sixes and 4 nines that came out. And I wanted to mention that because 69 is symbolic to me of yin and yang. So you could be really needing to balance your divine feminine, divine masculine energies right now. But look, 6-9. So we have 9 of Swords, Darkest Fears. So again, I feel, you know what? I just want to read you something, just 1 minute. I'm going to have to go back and highlight this because this story comes to my mind a lot when I see the moon card. But I'm reading this book to my soul tribe called The Inner Work. And it talked about, there was one little paragraph about a Cherokee folktale about two wolves. And it makes me think of the moon card where there's two wolves. Or sometimes it's a dog and a wolf. And I'm just going to read this to you. So I just want to, the paragraph or the sentence right before it talks about this folktale. It says, through the same process of expectancy and conscious awareness of which thoughts and emotions we are allowing ourselves to indulge in, we can make happiness a natural habitual response to life, our original pure state. This is perfectly demonstrated in an old Cherokee folktale. Once, a long time ago, an elder sat by the fire and taught his grandson about life. He said to the boy, there's a fight going on inside all of us, a fight between two wolves. One is evil, angry, miserable, sad, resentful, prideful, and full of shame, guilt, and self-pity. The other is good. He is peaceful, happy, grateful, kind, benevolent, generous, truthful, optimistic, trusting, and compassionate. The boy thought about life for a moment, and he asked, which wolf will win? To which the elder replied, the one you feed. And I know it's hard, I know it's hard not to feed that negative wolf, but I just feel like right now for the right person, the collective that I'm channeling, the negative wolf is kind of overpowering you right now, and it's making you, think of your darkest fears. And I know you can't just switch that off, but you can try to feed the other wolf, the one that's full of optimism and connected to your intuition. So anyway, I'm going to look at, again, I'm feeling the reversal of the Six of Swords, but nine of Swords here, darkest fears. Let's look at this darkest fears card. And again, just keep in mind that you could have been, and keep in mind Mercury in retrograde is still in its post shadow, so that could be still affecting you. And you could have been feeling fine last week, but with this full moon coming up, you could be, really, anyway. When a relationship does not go as planned, or when a desired relationship does not materialize, it's easy to lose yourself in worry and doubt. You may even question your own worthiness. It's easy to become obsessed with all of your darkest fears regarding love. Don't let your anxieties paralyze you right now. Dwelling on your worries only feeds them with energy, allowing them to consume you and overshadow everything else. And I want to be careful about what I'm saying because I feel like the collective I'm channeling, you could be feeling quite defensive. Not defensive, sensitive. Why did I say defensive? Maybe you are feeling defensive. The cards I saw for you, all swords, so you could be in your mental, like in your head right now. But I don't know why I said defensive. I wanted to say sensitive, but you could be taking my words like you could be quite defensive right now with what I'm saying. And I know you're sensitive, so I want to be careful about what I'm saying because none of this is your fault. I'm not saying that this is your fault. I'm saying that darker wolf is consuming you right now. And the more energy you give to it, the more you give into those worries and those negative thoughts, the bigger they become. I used to call it your ego monster. I haven't used that in a while. But when you give your ego monster a cookie and you give into those negative thoughts and worry, that ego monster becomes bigger and bigger and bigger because it wants more cookies. Anyway. The anxiety may be obvious or quite subtle. Once you identify it, decide if it is something you can resolve on your own or if you need assistance, and then take appropriate action. If you determine that it's a worry over which you have no control, which I was seeing, this situation is out of your control right now. So I feel like for the right collective, you're feeling like I could have done more, or if I just do this, or if I just say this. but it's out of your control right now. And this is saying, ask Spirit to help you release it. And I mentioned the full moon. And about releasing these worries on the full moon. And Six of Swords, it's, healing begins. So it's time to look inward and start. One of those cards even said the stillness, turn inward. Bark, bark. So Six of Swords in reverse. I just want to read it. Stuck in past, returning to trouble, feeling trapped. Discomfort, fear of the unknown, hoping everything will resolve on its own, can't move on, can't let go, feeling haunted. This card is a reminder that discomfort is sometimes a necessary stepping stone towards a happier future. Positive developments will show up along your path, but you must take the leap and embrace inner strength. And I'm hearing it's always darkest before the dawn. Oh my gosh, I just opened right up to it. I didn't even look. I just opened up the book and I was reading from a different book, and I just opened right up to it. The energies around you now are guiding you towards a better place concerning dealings of the heart. It says even good situations can be made better. What are your hopes and dreams around relationships? Be comforted that you are being moved in that direction now. So there is forward movement. This is a time of healing. So right now you're meant to be healing. A time to let go of past issues and move steadily forward. Better times are just around the corner. And one of your other cards said that. I can't remember which one. The Otter card said that better times are just around the corner. The letting go may include difficult relationships, the need to control, the fear of being alone, or anything else that's causing you stress and unhappiness. By releasing them, you free yourself to embrace the supportive energy around you. So again, I know you can't just I'm seeing I Dream of Jeannie again, where she's like, you can't just and have it go away. I understand that. As someone anyway. I struggled with anxiety for all my life. I know you can't just make it go away, but there's something about trying to release it. And the way that you can do that is by looking inward, healing yourself. I find journaling really helps, like writing it down, getting it out of your head. Just get it out of your head. Even just writing it on a piece of paper or writing it in a notes app. It just gets it out. It stops it from festering in your mind. All right. And again, negativity breeds more negativity is what I'm hearing. And I'm really on the fence about mentioning this, but I feel like I need to mention it. I do see it a lot in comment sections, not just mine, but in other comment sections. People just leaving negative comments about themselves, negative comments about their person, and it just breeds more negativity. And if you are feeling that negative, maybe you need to take a break from watching love readings so that you can focus on yourself. Anyway, so let's see what the truth of this situation is. I don't know where that came from. I have bodybuilder over here. Where did that come from? Self-improvement. So that will also help you. If you're in your head, get into your body. Start, go for a walk or start bodybuilding or strength training. I don't know. I don't do that, but walking helps. All right. So the truth of this situation. And then I'm going to, you could be dealing with someone who is quite preoccupied with self. You could be dealing with someone who's quite arrogant. Oh my gosh, yes. Apprehensive, uncertainty about the future of connection. Exactly. But I was hearing you could be dealing with someone who is quite self-focused. But yeah, uncertainty, which is exactly what, when I was meditating for this reading, I was seeing that moon card. We have unhealthy attachments. So again, I saw it, so I have to mention it. Some unhealthy attachments could be being triggered right now. Interesting. This relationship could be frowned upon. So there could be outside opinions about this connection. All right. Oh my goodness. So on the bottom after the first cut, we have the past. The past is causing blocks in the present. So there's clearly things that happened in the past that need to be processed and healed and released is what I'm hearing. Again, I'm not saying any of this is your fault. I'm not saying that any of this is easy. Healing is not easy. Healing is anything but easy. It's rewarding, but it's not easy. And that's why so many people choose not to heal, because it's not just I Dream of Genie Land where you can just, or now I'm seeing Bewitched, you can't just wiggle your nose and be healed. It's almost like, you know, years ago when I first started therapy, my therapist said, we're just going to rip the Band-Aids all off of those wounds. We're going to put down your baggage. We're going to rip it all open and we're just going to tackle it. There's nothing easy about it. So how are you feeling? Or no, what is the truth of this situation? We already know how you're feeling if this is your reading. You know what? Before I get that, I just want to see what you need to surrender. I'm looking at my surrender cards. What do you need to surrender? Surrender obsessive thinking. If you're obsessing about a person or situation, turn the dilemma over to spirit, which one of those other cards said. In doing so, you will help bring clarity or even solve the problem. So don't bite that apple. Throw it away. I'm talking about obsessive thinking. Again, the more you feed that ego monster, the more you feed the fear, the bigger it becomes. We have surrender stress. Take a few deep breaths and exhale the tension you've built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to your center. I really do think for some of you, you should write all this out, everything you want to surrender. Obsessive thoughts, fears, resentments from the past, fears about the future, that we saw that chasing card. Release the outcome of the situation, release your control over the situation, just write it all out and release it to the moon, is what I'm hearing. Give it to the moon. And now I'm hearing that song, Talking to the Moon. Go tell it to the moon. The divine. All right. And maybe spend some time in the sunlight too, if you have sunlight where you are. I know it's hard, like where I am right now, there's barely any sun. But that can help your masculine energy, your confidence. So spend some time with the sun too. All right. What do you need to surrender? I'm hearing surrender the belief that you can fix other people or control situations. Surrender your attachment to results. Okay. So we have 4 here. So, well then. Spirit is not messing around. That's on the bottom. So we have 5. Surrender fear. Let go of the fearful stories you were telling yourself. Stay in the moment, focus on solutions, and celebrate every baby step forward. And please don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying you can just switch these feelings off. Feel them and then release them. Like my favorite thing to do is when I'm feeling overwhelmed, I like to cry. I just cry it all out and release it. And it takes a few hours, but in a few hours after I've cried it all out, I feel lighter because I'm not holding it in, obsessing about it. Surrender frustration. Frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, and regroup so that you may approach the situation more calmly. Surrender to play. Take a break from overthinking. Do something fun. The otter. Play is a time of recreation. Why did I want to say recreation? Anyway, and rejuvenation. So surrender to play. Do something fun. My favorite thing to do, color. I love to color when I'm feeling stressed. I haven't colored in a long time. Last night I was feeling the urge to pull out a coloring book and color, but coloring is very therapeutic. And coloring, I find that when I'm coloring, and it doesn't have to be coloring for you, but I find when I'm coloring, and I have art on my wall. That's what I do when I feel stressed out. But I find coloring helps me process everything that I'm feeling. So do something fun. Surrender to play. Do something fun. Surrender to prayer. Give yourself over completely to prayer. When you pray from the heart, you will be heard through the universe, and answers and support will arrive. So even talk to your spirit guides or your spirit team. I do that. I used to make fun of people. I used to be such a judgmental cow. And I used to oh, they're praying, and I was jealous. Like, I wanted something to believe in. And now I talk to my spirit guides. I ask my spirit guides for assistance, even if it's just while I'm sitting on my bathroom floor crying. Surrender your attachment to results. The formula for success is to do all you can to make things happen and then let go of the result. Holding on too tightly to a desired outcome can sabotage it. So let go of the attachment here. All right. I'm still going to peek at your person, although I might not look at them as in depth. I don't know. But let's get back to this deck. So we do have unstable. There are things that need solving here. So something's out of balance. So even if you wanted to, you couldn't fix all that. It's out of your control. Oh, my puppies. So let's see what we need to hear. What is the truth of this situation? What is the truth of this situation? Insecurity. You are connecting with a soulmate, so soul connection, but insecure. And just the fact that my dogs are barking, I'm thinking of those overthinking and negative thoughts. And I've been talking about the wolves. Insecurities may be affecting your relationship. So it's time to focus on your insecurities, whatever those are. That's a tough one. Fear of abandonment, fear that you're not good enough, fear that you won't be chosen, fear that you didn't do enough. You did enough. We have watching you. Somebody is watching you. You could even be picking up on their energy. Somebody's watching you. Somebody is watching you. And we have family creating issues within this connection. So that could be two things. That could be family's opinions. So your family's opinions, their family's opinions, or wounding, childhood wounding that came from your family. The way you were raised, the way they were raised. I'm hearing family trauma could be affecting this relationship. Soul connection. So we have situationship. So you could have been involved in a situationship that wasn't stable, where this person was I saw the self-focus card, so they could have been very self-focused and didn't want to settle down. And we also have your partner only has eyes for you, which it does look like this person is watching you. I just heard, I think it's just because of this energy, but I just heard nope, my person had eyes for someone else. Just try and release those thoughts is what I'm hearing. But I'm hearing that I feel like you've been very loyal to this person is what I'm hearing. Let's get a few more. What is the truth of this connection? Hazy vision. Trust issues. So you could have trust issues with this person. Like I said, remember I said I was hearing my person wasn't loyal. So if they weren't loyal to you, that could have created trust issues, or you may not be trusting yourself. We have separation here. So you're definitely in separation with this person. We have hazy view. Things are not being seen clearly. And this reminds me of the Two of Swords. On the Two of Swords, usually the person, or the Eight of Swords, usually the person has a blindfold over their eyes. And it's symbolic that, I'm seeing the Eight of Swords in the Light Seers Tarot, where in the mirror, she has a blindfold over her eyes and she can't see. But in reality, those are just her thoughts and she isn't wearing a blindfold. And again, Two of Swords also has a blindfold. So I don't think that I think that your fear is in control of your thoughts right now and affecting how you're seeing all of this. And it's saying things are not being seen clearly right now. So it feels like what you think is happening isn't happening. And we have ashamed, embarrassed about past behavior. So you could also be feeling ashamed about how you acted towards this person. You could feel a little bit of embarrassment because we saw chasing, about how you chased this person, or maybe there was a message that you sent that you feel embarrassed about. I would release that and forgive yourself for it. Whatever this is right here, maybe you even felt like you did something, like you crossed a line. Maybe you were triggered and you yelled at this person. It's important. This is something you can release. Release that, release being ashamed of yourself and forgive yourself for that. Write that down. Tell it to the moon. And then we have, you will discover the truth about this situation very soon. So there's been a few decks where something is about to come into clarity for you. Let's get two more. So, what do we have here? See, this is why I had to mention it. We have unhealthy patterns within this relationship. So there could have been that runner-chaser dynamic. Or there could have been other unhealthy patterns within this connection that are out of your control. All you can do is focus on your own unhealthy patterns, is what I'm hearing. You could have also been dealing with, look at this card. You could have been dealing with an avoidant. There's nothing you can do to convince an avoidant of anything. They need to come to terms. They need to come into clarity on their own. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter how much you chase them. You need to give them the space to come into that clarity. There is this card which talks about enjoy being alone right now. And the Otter card talked about that. So enjoy being alone right now. I know that's hard. Take a trip by yourself. Take a weekend away. Enjoy being, unattached right now. And we have victorious. You will overcome any problems within this connection. So I want to take a look at your person's energy really quickly. Because keep in mind, some of this anxiety you're feeling could be coming from them. You could be mirroring or picking up on their energy. So I'm just going to go cleanse these decks. So just give me one moment. All right. I'm not going to spend as much time on your person because I feel like you need to spend more time on you. And, giving to yourself, being nice to yourself, being gentle with yourself. But I do just want to peek at your person's energy. It does seem like they're keeping an eye on you. if they can, because for some of you, you might not be online, but let's see your person's energy. Let's see your person's energy. Well, we have happening soon on the bottom. This situation or event in question will develop or unfold very soon. So it feels like something is happening in their energy. And like I said, maybe it's always darkest before the dawn is what I keep hearing. So you could be feeling the buildup of energy. But let's see your person's energy. Show me their person's energy. Show me their person's energy. They got the same card as you. Well then. That's the same card you got. What did I say? You could be picking up on your person's energy. Open dishonor, humiliation, finding fault, punishment, shut down, caught, public ridicule, mockery, nowhere to run. I always say you can run, but you can't hide. Serving time, vulnerable. So your person that ashamed card, your person could be feeling very ashamed of how they treated you. They could be feeling very embarrassed about how they treated you. They could be feeling embarrassed about, like, let's say you did extend an olive branch and they didn't respond. And now they're like, I should have responded. Like, now I've taken too long to respond to that olive branch. Or maybe they were the ones that sent the olive branch and you didn't respond. I don't know. But it's almost like they're feeling very embarrassed and like they're in their pride right now. Like they're feeling too embarrassed to come forward. I'm also hearing serving time. I don't think your person is in prison. But again, it's almost like it's that energy of someone who knows they're wrong and they need to make amends, but they're like too embarrassed to say anything because they have too much pride and ego. I just want to take these in the order they came out. So the first one I saw was the fairy tale, which you got. Believe the impossible, daydreams, romantic ending, universal archetypes, hopeful, magic, unicorns, rainbows, aspire, happily ever after, fanciful, stories we tell. So it almost feels like you and your person are telling yourself stories right now about this. And not seeing things clearly. We have sap, resources, needed materials, flow, wealth, essence of life, spring, blood, nourishment, sweetness, energy, vitality, grounded roots, abundant, physical health, life force. So it feels like right now this person is trying to ground their energy, tapping into their resources. They could be running low on energy as well. They could be feeling tapped out is what I'm hearing. We have empty nest, no one home, emptiness, final endings, beginnings, the void, vacant, separation, making adjustments, lonely, new life, graduating. And we have hot air balloon, which to me, ascension. I was just going to say, to me, the hot air balloon always screams ascension. So your person is going through some sort of ascension. Balancing their energies, uplifting, freedom, going with the flow, rise above, don't resist, new perspective, untouchable, defying gravity, continuous flow, ascension, view, elevate, feeling good. I don't think your person's feeling good, but we'll see. They could be feeling more confident though. They could be trying to feel more confident, but with that, like emptiness, the void, vacant, separation, dishonor, humiliation, shut down, nowhere to run, serving time. I don't think they're feeling good. Let's get a few more. Broken heart. Lone wolf. You could be dealing with someone who's like hyper independent. So we have dynamite, excitement, passion, action, suspense, destroy, powder keg, energetic, breakup, catalyst for change, explosive, short fuse, firecracker, blast, sudden, unexpected. So they could have been very triggered is what I'm hearing with that. We have the Knight, slow. I'm hearing the Knight of Pentacles, slow moving. Confident, heroic, messenger, fearlessness, assertive, passionate, fighting spirit, persevering, chivalry, honor, determined, obeying orders. So maybe you told them to get lost and they're just obeying those orders. Brave, daring, strong, champion of a cause. So as they ascend and as they elevate and work through these, gain new perspectives and work through these feelings of emptiness and humiliation, it does feel like it's lighting a fire under them with the Dynamite card. This also says messenger, and on the bottom of the deck for them, it talked about a message, or no, something happening soon. So we have, what do we have? We have, hang on, I'm just going to pick them all up. We have adventure, the yacht, adventure, affluence, luxury, mobility, travel, smooth sailing, sophisticated, with the wind, self-indulgent. Didn't I say your person could have been self-indulgent? Prosperity, comfort, wealth, over the top, extravagant. Maybe your person has a boat. We have Jack and Diane, broken heart, heartbreak, interference, sorrow, grief, funk, sadness, mourning, distress, letdown, gloomy, hopelessness, regret, crisis, unhappy, hurt, bitter, devastated, emotional pain. You know what I'm seeing with that yacht card? And that card that talks about nowhere to run? Like this person could have, what song is that I'm hearing? Dixie Chicks? Why am I hearing Dixie Chicks? I'm hearing that Dixie Chick song, ready, 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 ready to run. I don't know why I'm hearing that. I don't even know what that song is about. But anyway, you know, you could have been dealing with someone who was very self-focused, self-indulgent, very independent, and maybe they weren't expecting nowhere to run. Like maybe once all this happened, they weren't expecting to feel so alone and heartbroken, but like that card says it all. That's why I said when that card said feeling good, I don't know if your person is feeling good. I think that as they ascend, they start to feel more confident that they can come back towards you and like swallow their pride and ego, but I do feel like their pride and ego is strong. And we have, this is good, we have the library. It gives me Page of Swords energy, knowledge, learning, information, research, books, archives, hidden documents, search, secrets, looking beneath the surface. So it feels like this person is learning about themselves right now, learning about maybe some of their unhealthy attachments. Isn't Jack and Diane a song? This one? I want to get two more. Whoa, we have Phoenix energy. So they are going through some sort of ascension here. Dear John. Rejection, cold hard truth, breakup, setting boundaries, strained situation. It's not you, it's me. Something's not working. I don't know how that's resonating for you, but I'm hearing a few different things. Like this person, they could have broken up with you and now they're in regret. Or you could have sent them some sort of communication, olive branch, and they didn't respond. I'm also hearing they could be working on a letter. And we have water carrier, humanitarian, generosity, nobility, balance, calm life, communication again. Compassion, unselfish, alleviate suffering. And we have Phoenix. Transformation, resurrection, rebirth, destroy, rising from the ashes, emerge, new era, alchemy, transmutation, ascension. The end is just the beginning. And this Dear John letter says the end. And then Phoenix, these two came out together. So the end is just the beginning here. So this feels like this ending needed to happen so this person could stop running. Nowhere to run. Because while they were with you, they could just run. But now, especially if you've, stopped chasing, they've run out of running room. I always say, like, and even Baba Jolie says it, that when you stop chasing, eventually they stop running. They run out of running energy. Anyway, I want to see how they're feeling about you with this deck. I'm just going to leave those up here. But how are they feeling about you? Specifically, how are they feeling about you? There's something about writing. And I was telling you to write all your worries to the moon and tell it to the moon. And I feel like your person's over here writing a letter. We have Wheel of Fortune, destined, inevitable, cause and effect, divine intervention, cycles, luck, fortune, rise and fall, circumstance, consequence. So they could have done something wrong here. Divine will, blind justice. So with the Wheel of Karma, that gives me Wheel of Fortune energy. So they feel like this is fated. For how they feel about you, tension, sudden anxiety, pressure, launch. Look at the slingshot for how they feel about you. It's like they're getting ready to shoot their shot and they're feeling anxious as fuck. And how are you feeling right now? And what did I say about sometimes before this comes in, maybe you're picking up on their energy? Pull, set in motion, focus, begin, forge, change, ready, aim, fire. I wish I knew what that song was that I'm hearing from the Dixie Chicks. I might have to go look it up really quickly. And we have declaration. I'm telling you, Dear John, remember? Reclaiming power, you. Sovereignty, contract, resolve, expressing truth for how they feel about you. Didn't I say I feel like they're working on a letter? Manifesto, liberty or death, rules of the game, challenging the status quo. How are they feeling about you? How are they feeling about you? How are they feeling about you? A little bit, all right. How are they feeling about you? They want to work together as a team, co-create, pooling assets, partnership, team effort. That's like 3 of Pentacles for how they feel about you. We have universe, source, infinite, enduring, internal creation, awakening. So they could feel like you're very awakened, very connected to source. Heaven, higher perspective. They're getting a higher perspective of you. All that is, creative force, law of one. We have the shield, protect, block, safeguard, stand up for. So you could have stood up for yourself and put up a boundary. Be on guard. So they could, they could feel like you're in Queen of Swords energy right now, but they could also be feeling very guarded with you. This is how they're feeling about you. Inventor, innovation, imagination, creative, gadgets, technology, okay to fail, do it again and again, inspired ideas, setting trends, mastermind. They could feel like you're a master manifester, is what I'm hearing. We have sword and scales, truth and justice. They feel like they owe you truth and justice and accountability. By the book, appeal, balance, make amends, declaration, expressing truth. Remember that card. Cut to the chase, fair and square, fair play, equity, legal matters. Hear me out. Remember the deck that I got for you, The Truth Is? It said, you're going to see the truth of this situation very soon and you're not seeing it clearly. And we have person of air, teacher, lawyer, surgeon, journalist, chef. So you could be a person of air or you could be quite intelligent, eloquent, rational, upright, quick-witted. It also says unemotional, controlling, sarcastic, cold, abrupt, critical, calculated, which I don't know if that's how they see you. I want to get 2 more for that one. are they feeling about you? Mirror. So clearly you reflected back onto this person. How are they feeling about you? The ballet shoes, stamina, endurance, talent, effort required, on your toes, honing a skill, laser focused, tread lightly, balancing act. You could be a dancer. And mirror. So how they feel about you, you're very self-aware. You see things clearly. You face your issues. You've worked on your self-improvement. It does say insecure, and we did have insecurity come out. So this person could be feeling insecure about you, or they could know that you have insecurities. Make comparisons, reflection, self-love, self-appreciation, the mirror. All right. I don't think this person thinks you're vain. Maybe they were vain and that you were reflecting back to them their own truth is what I'm hearing. So let's see how let's see your person's energy with animal cards. Your person's energy with animal cards. And then I just want to look at how they're feeling about you. So what is their current energy? What is their current energy? The person you're connected to, what is their current energy? We have the otter. And it came out in reverse, just like it did for you. Mirroring. I can't remember what the otter said in reverse. Otter, that's water. Gloomy, sighs, makes silly excuses. You're mirroring. But like this person could make they could wake up and feel like, oh, maybe today I'll send that letter. And then they make some sort of excuse as to why they shouldn't send it. This could have been someone who also gave you a lot of excuses instead of owning up to things. Their current energy, please, Spirit, one more. We have the cobra, a pause, waiting. We have the beaver in reverse. Feeling worn out. So this is heavy on your person as well. That's why I said, like, you could be also feels useless, worn out, the beaver in reverse. That's their current energy. I want to see how they're feeling about you. How are they feeling about you? How are they feeling about you? They could be watching you. That's how they feel about you? You're their happiness, you're their joy. I just heard I messed up a good thing. I could have had that. That's funny because that came out on the bottom for you, remember? Where is this beaver? Why does it hide from me? Innately intelligent, healer, light, blessings. Coming into contact, this is how they feel about you. Coming into contact with a dolphin type will change the entire course of your day and thus your life. So they feel like you've changed their life. And just remember all that energy of them getting ready to express a truth. I need to go look up that song before I forget. So it's called Ready to Run by the Chicks because I forgot they changed their name. But there's a line that says, when the train rolls by this time, I'm going to be ready to get on. Anyway, I keep hearing that song. All right, so let's see how your person is feeling. I'm really curious now. Let's see how your person is feeling. Daydreaming about a future with you. I'm just going to do one shuffle because I've already shuffled it off camera. So, how is this person feeling about you? How is this person feeling about you? How is this person feeling about you? They're all face down. Hopeless. Intuition. Hopeless. So it feels like they go back and forth between their intuition and feeling hopeless as well. But sinking, despair, falling apart. So they're feeling hopeless too. Again, you could just be picking up on their energy. Daydreaming, confirmation, fantasizing about you, thinking about you. And that may be pulling on your energy. Clarity. Right. Truth, intentions, honesty, wanting to, again, expressing their truth. The slingshot. Ready, aim, fire. Distance. So they're feeling the distance between you. Emotional, physical distance, separation, space, blockage. Emotional storm. It's no wonder you're feeling the way you are. A few more. They're all face down. Divine masculine. And you had divine feminine. So their heart is opening to this as they ascend. Receptive, empathy, vulnerable. They feel like you're very open-hearted. I'm seeing the Queen of Cups. Divine masculine. We have shallow, empty, hollow for how they feel. So they're feeling, very empty and hollow without you. Empty nest, remember? We have breaking point. They're about to hit their breaking point. Remember that song I just looked up? When the train comes by this time, I'm going to be ready. I'm going to be ready to get on that train. And we have conflict. So they could be very conflicted between what to do here. There also could have been clashing perspectives between you or differences between you. Let's just get a few more. Pride. I frickin' told you about their pride. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. So clearly this is someone who had too much pride and ego to apologize or to take that olive branch is what I'm hearing, if you did put out an olive branch. And we have exhaustion. So they're feeling very tired right now. Remember I said you could be feeling very tired right now. You could want to take a nap. And we have beauty, which always gives me Empress energy. So they feel like you're very charming, graceful, kind-hearted. Two more for this one, for how they feel about you. Confessions. Oh my gosh. Chemistry, magnetic bond. Commitment. So they feel commitment energy with you. We have silence coming out with messages. So I feel like this person just needs to get over their pride and stand in their divine masculine energy so that they can come forward and send that letter that they've been working on. Chemistry on the bottom and apology. Exactly. That's exactly what I was hearing. All right. I know I said I was just going to get a few more, but Spirit's telling me to get 3 more. So we have past life coming out. Divine feminine on the bottom. We have depth. So they're realizing the depth and the importance and the value of this connection and you and how their feelings run deep. Remember that hollow card. So their life feels quite unfulfilling right now. Empty nest. We have balance. They want to balance this. Harmony. Restore harmony. Hoping. So they're hoping to restore balance and harmony to this connection. All right. I'm going to get a few of those truth cards for them. Even though those truth cards were for both of you, for some reason I feel called to get a few for them. So what's going on with them, Spirit? What's going on with them? I swear. Speak up. It's time to be honest about the way you feel. leveling up underneath that. All right. How is this person feeling about you? Or no, sorry, what is their truth? I did that for you too. Show me this person's truth. What's going on with them? What is the truth of what's going on with them? We have, there are issues that need solving. Self-worth. That's interesting. Self-worth. And this card talks about you weren't being valued. You weren't being valued in this connection, and this person knows it. You weren't being valued in this connection. And that's what I was seeing in those other cards. That they are realizing your importance right now, your depth. We have round and round, so there could have been highs and lows within this connection. So they could have been quite inconsistent. I feel like this person was lacking self-love. What is the truth of this situation? Oh my goodness gracious. They're feeling very unfulfilled without you. They're feeling very unfulfilled without you. Oh my gosh. Okay. So we have insecurities. So they have insecurities as well. Insecurities affecting this relationship. So you weren't the only one with insecurities. They had insecurities as well. We have distance, physical or emotional distance. And then we have speak up. It's time to be honest about the way you feel. So it feels like this person is getting ready to speak up. Okay, I want to get one of these for them. One of these for how they're doing right now. Giving and receiving, 6 of Pentacles. So I just want to see their current energy. That's interesting. So they're in their head too. What is their current energy? At a crossroads, about to make a decision. We have 5 of Cups energy, 10 of Cups, or not 10 of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune and 6 of Cups for their energy and healing. So Wheel of Fortune energy, they're making adjustments, they're making changes. This is out of your control, right? You have to let this happen. We have 5 of Cups and 6 of Cups here. So loss, sorrow, sadness, and then nostalgia about you, memories of you, wanting to reconnect, wanting to speak up. I just want to look at how they're feeling about you. How are they feeling about you? Heart chakra. So they're in their heart space about you right now. They could have had a blocked heart chakra. They could have been blocking love. Oh my gosh, Ace of Cups on the bottom. You have so many cups here. So much emotion for you. Ace of Cups for how they're feeling about you. I'm actually just going to use this deck. What are their intentions towards you? Take the lead. 3 of Wands. So their intentions are to take the lead, to come towards you, movement, progress. The Magician, communication, manifestation, putting down to earth steps towards what they want. And we have nurture. So their intentions, that's Empress energy, but their intentions are to nurture this connection, to take the lead, and to communicate something here with you. Show me what future action this person will take. What future action? And then I'm going to confirm with a different deck. Well, I'll just show you them. We've got the Four of Wands, creating a lasting foundation, coming home, reunion, homecoming. We have Judgment, resurrection, renewal. I'm hearing an honest conversation. And then we have Ace of Wands, which is that inspired action. New vitality. Let's confirm that with another deck. Five of Cups on the bottom. I just want to confirm actions. And then I want to see what's coming. So Spirit, show me this I got to do it one more time. Show me this person's next actions. We're looking at their next actions. The Lovers making a choice. Love offer. Reunion. Ace of Wands. Confirmation. Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands. Okay. So show me this person's actions, please. Future actions. Show me their future actions. I would still do that release. I would still do that release on the moon. 10 of Cups. Oh my goodness. 8 of Wands. Communication. That person looks like they're on an airplane as well. But communication, messages, we have Hanged Man energy, so them coming out of new perspectives, coming out of Hanged Man energy, coming forward with a new perspective, surrendering to communication. We've got the Five of Swords in reverse, making amends, reconciliation. I want to see what energy they're going to be in when they communicate. What energy? That also talks about homecoming. 10 of Cups. Let's see what energy they're going to be in when they take this action. What energy are they going to be in when they take this action? Geez, Spirit's spitting out a lot. We have the King of Swords, so clarity, truth. 10 of Cups on the bottom shows a lot of emotion. King of Swords, I know we talk about how the King of Swords is all about like communication and like mental thought and not so much open heart. But you had the 10 of Cups. So there is emotion here. So we have, they could be a little bit guarded when they come in. Just keep that in mind, okay? So this person, it does show them taking action towards you, but we've got the 7 of Wands. So the 7 of Wands is about like fighting for what you want. Remember that line, when that train comes by, I'm going to get ready. I'm going to get on it. I'm going to be ready. So this person does want to fight for this, but the 7 of Wands can be a little bit guarded. We also have the High Priestess. So this person, again, for actions, I saw the 10 of Cups homecoming, but when this person comes in, they could be a little bit emotionally guarded. They could be protecting their heart space out of fear of rejection, out of fear of being vulnerable. So it looks like, you know, they come in, look at the letter writing. It looks like they come in, you know, with communication and clarity, but they could be a little bit, I'm hearing analytical, like their words may be lacking warmth is what I'm hearing. But we also have the Queen of Pentacles. So their energy, even though it's a queen, we're not talking about gender, their energy, on top of all that other energy, we do have nurturing, practical, comforting, welcoming. But I'm just looking at this High Priestess and the 7 of Wands. I do feel like they're going to be a little bit guarded with you, or they're going to hold back a little. So just keep that in mind. And I wouldn't take it, I feel like they're going to be wearing a mask, and I wouldn't take that personally. I wouldn't I know it's hard, but I would try not to overthink that. Let's look at what's coming in this connection after this communication. What is coming in this connection after communication? We have the Ace of Swords, so there's a breakthrough moment. I do feel. We have the Star, healing, reconnection, hope being restored. So don't take their guard, personally, is what I'm hearing, and just allow it to unfold. Like I said, if this is someone who is, swallowing their pride and coming in and feeling fear of rejection, they could come in, they could come in quite guarded. So after this communication, I asked what's next after this communication. We have Ace of Swords, so a breakthrough moment, clarity, more communication. We have the Six of Cups, which talks about reunion energy. It talks about, I'm hearing, making new memories. Six of Cups, very nice. And we have the World, so we have completion, fulfillment, the World. Let me look at this. Feeling loved and grateful, completion, achievement, fulfillment, sense of belonging, wholeness, and harmony. But I would still say that both of you had self-esteem issues affecting this connection. So just know that another person can't fulfill you or fix those insecurities. You still need to work on those. So I would continue working on those. What's your advice about this person? What is your advice about this person? The Emperor. Know your worth is what I'm hearing. Be confident. I need another one. I'm feeling like if you give this person time, they will step up as this Emperor. Your advice, right now is to remember your worth. You know what? What is your advice? I need to grab a deck. Just 1 minute. All right, your advice. Spirit guided me towards this little book, and this is your advice. Even if you don't resonate as a counterpart. So, restoring harmony within your inner soul polarities, which brings balance to your inner masculine so that your inner feminine feels loved and supported. Heal your inner masculine, which also, I'm not going to include that part. I'm trying not to make this about counterparts. Because some of you I don't think resonate with counterparts. But, so, heal your inner masculine, which, if this is your counterpart, can also help and strengthen your masculine twin. You can accomplish this by reprogramming your personal lie from not feeling good enough into your ultimate truth, declaring that you are more than enough. Pay attention to any fixer patterns that may arise and surrender control of others or situations, especially where your twin flame is concerned. Again, if you're not a twin flame, just ignore those lines, those words, those labels. Focus on your needs. So this is what you can focus on right now. Focus on your needs. Reprogram your personal life from not feeling good enough into your ultimate truth, declaring that you are more than enough. I know I'm repeating myself. I'm just going to repeat myself a little more. Focus on your needs. Focus on your needs. Focus on your needs. This helps you own your worth as you transcend the lesser version of yourself and rise above challenges that have prevented your inner masculine, and I'm talking about you. It's not about gender. We have feminine and masculine energy within us. That have prevented your inner masculine from standing in your truth and feeling empowered. So that's what you can work on. All right. But let me just confirm this. What is your advice? What is your advice? I swear. I swear. I don't know. Maybe you are counterparts. Anyway, we have the Lovers. So it's also your decision, I'm hearing, with the Lovers. What do Let me just look at something for the lovers. I do feel like this, there is a message here of a divine connection and you working on your masculine energy, strengthening your masculine energy. But I just want to read this. Okay, I'm going to read this to you as advice. The lovers. It talks about reconciliation. Take some time to examine your relationships with others as well as yourself. Are you coming from a place of love? It's important to empathize, remain non-judgmental, and love people for who they are. The same applies to your relationship with yourself. There's an opportunity now to bring your being into a harmonious whole. Forgive your faults and rejoice in your perfect uniqueness. It also may be time to examine the choices you make regarding matters of the heart. Are you choosing to have people in your life who support you and empower you? Surround yourself with those who encourage and sustain you and push you and guide you to be all that you can truly be. And this doesn't just it's not just about this person, this is about your life. Like maybe you have friends that aren't, maybe you have really negative friends that are getting you down. This will help you value yourself and raise your vibration to that of unconditional love. There also may be an opportunity to improve an existing relationship or heal a disharmonious relationship. Seize this energy. I'm not going to read that one. This will raise your vibration. If you're looking to improve a connection that already exists, maybe it's time to be creative, a weekend away, a romantic dinner, or simply telling the person how much you love them and appreciate them. To heal a disharmonious relationship, open a dialogue. Let the person know you value the relationship and want to improve it. And I just want to say, I did see that chaser card on yours, and I think this is, from what I can see in this energy, your person is going to reach out to you. Look at the sun shining up on my face. From what I can see, I can't block it. I'm hearing another song. It's from Coyote Ugly. Can't Fight the Moonlight? Is that what I'm hearing? Well, how would you know? Well, you're not in my head. Leanne Rimes? No. Is it? I don't know. I'm just hearing that line, you can't fight it. Anyway, I don't know why I'm hearing that. But from what I can see, your person is going to reach out to you. And I feel like for some of you, you already extended an olive branch and got no reply, which left you feeling even more discouraged. So, with that Lover's card, I do feel like this person is going to open up a dialogue with you. And once that dialogue is open and flowing, like if you want to tell this person how you feel, be open with them and honest and vulnerable about how you feel. But anyway, I'm going to leave it here, my friends. That was an interesting one. I'm sending you lots of love and light. Think about releasing all that stuff on the full moon, and I will talk to you soon.